ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Big Mak Makini Manu, Power Slap 16, man. You made it look flawless up there in the co-main event against the slap fighting legend, the Dumpling. First things first, congratulations. Tell me, what does all of this feel like for you?
Thank you. Man, I feel great. I feel that the preparation that I did before came in handy. So, I had fun. Dumpling hits hard, and I feel like I might hit harder. So, I enjoyed the match. I had fun with it. So, I got to say what's up to Bam Bam Tuivasa too. So that was cool.
Yeah, I saw, man. He shared you on his story. Obviously you guys have some lineage together. Him, of course, he's from Australia, but he's got that background as well. So
Yep.
very, very cool. Congratulations on that. And he got to see you
Thank
compete.
you.
I did want to ask, kind of off the bat. He did something unusual. And we saw this on the live stream, and at some point, I'm assuming you'll go and check it out. But on the second strike, it seemed like he changed up the cadence, it looked more like a Kalani strike to me. Now that I looked at it again a second time in that
Mm.
second round, and that's the strike that hurt you. And I don't think I've ever seen you like that. Can you talk to me about what you think happened? What was your assessment of why that strike specifically seemed to do more damage to you than any strike we've ever seen in your career?
Yeah. So, my neck, there's not really a neck there, but I stuck my chin out in the first and second round, and because I wanted to feel what it felt like to almost get knocked out. First round, ate it. Second round, felt it, and I was like, "Ooh, no, not doing that again." And then went back to my corner, and Manny's like, "Dude, stop just putting your chin out there. You need to bite down." I was like, "All right, all right." So then in the third round, I bit hella hard and he got that flinch call, and then but I still felt it didn't obstruct his slap, but you know, it did look like I turtle shelled it, but um, I didn't bite down on the first two as hard as I did the last two, so that's what happened with that one.
And looking back at it, do you feel like, um, you know, what was that experience like in your head when you get called for that flinching? You're like, shit, I got to take another strike from this guy. These rounds are already kind of close. Where was your head at?
I was like, I was mad about it. I was like, oh, because I didn't think I flinched, and then when I saw it, I was like, oh, yep, it definitely went like this, and then I did. Uh, I was just like, one. It didn't hurt that much, so I was ready for that fourth one, easy, and or I say it was easy, but I don't know if it looked like it was easy. I haven't watched it yet, you know.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, what was your assessment of kind of Dumpling's performance? Was he, more than what you expected? Was he what you expected? Were you like, man, it's like, wow, he's not? I don't know what it is they're saying about him. Like, what was your assessment of how he performed?
he's exactly what I expected. I was favoring my athleticism on this, and I knew that my thing was I had to take his hits. And so, because he's not who he is for no reason, So I knew that he was gonna pack a punch, um, but I was ready, and it was a great performance by him. Or I felt like it was a good performance by him, but I just felt like ever since Crespo, that last shot I took on him, I've been practicing that anytime I can, throwing my whole weight through it and putting it through his face instead of stopping or just using my torso, So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in that third round, you obviously, I mean, you had him hurt pretty bad. I think probably the worst we've ever seen him hurt. He decided to lean forward, which is something we've seen him do, and I think honestly, that's probably why he either a combination of he stood on his feet and also didn't like stumble backwards. Were
Yeah.
you kind of shocked like with that shot and just you could see his eyes kind of like his soul left his body. He just was kind of like trying to figure out where he was all at, and then he kind of like stumbles back to his corner. Kudos to the
Yeah.
guy on the toughness, but for you standing there, were you like, what is this guy made out of?
No, yeah, I thought he was good. I thought, because I saw him fall, or saw him lean forward, and so I can't see without my glasses, and so I saw him fall forward, so I assumed that he was not getting knocked out, And so then I did my little celly, and then he tapped me on the shoulder with the with his little whatever he was holding, and I was like, oh dang. But in my head I was just like, well, I didn't knock him out, but I did stuff that nobody else has done to him, so I'm chilling. you know.
Yeah, at the very end there, he seemed like he was kind of contesting the loss. Were you super confident that you had done enough to kind of get the victory?
I didn't know. I'll be honest. I was hoping I'd get the victory, but I know I flinched, and so that's where I was just like, shoot, I flinched, and I don't know. I don't think he got called for anything, and so that's why I was like, and when it happened, I must have hit him hard enough to win that round over losing in flinching foul. Like, but I don't know. Do you think I won round three? Like, even though I
Yeah,
flinched?
yeah, 100%. Well,
Okay.
so all right, so just to clarify, and I'm not trying to insult your intelligence, but if the first flinching foul that you get doesn't deduct a point, it's just a warning.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't even
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that.
So
Yeah.
so you didn't lose a point. The other
Oh,
thing is, it's not like MMA in the sense that you can get a 9-9 round. That can't happen. So if you were to win round three and get a flinch, you would still lose because not. I'm sorry. If you were to lose round three and get a point taken, whether that's a flinch, whatever it is, you would still lose that round. You cannot win that round unless with a foul. Foul supersedes everything, unless of course you knock your opponent out.
oh,
So you did not get a point taken. It was just a
yeah.
warning. The first foul is always a warning. Um,
I see.
but I think I kind of know the answer to this. I think most people do. But if you'll humor me, what's the next step, man? What's next for Makini Manu?
Um, get my health in check. That's the first thing. The past 2 weeks I haven't been able to walk, so and I finally am able to. I found out the problem, and now I need to fix the problem. But um, get healthy, and then title shot. I'm pretty sure that's next, unless they want me to fight somebody else. Yeah, I don't mind. Keep giving me fights. I need money.
Yeah, I mean, being number one, it's pretty hard to deny that you deserve a title shot next, especially on the streak you've been. You just moved on to 6-0. If I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on this. I'd have to confirm it, but I believe nobody's ever gone 7-0 in power slap. I think the champion
Really?
the belt right now is. I believe he's at six. I don't think he's had seven. So
Wow.
that's a feat that you could kind of be in your own club if you achieve. But of course, you just had a fight, so now you kind of got to rest up. One other
Yeah.
question that sparked when you talked about that, you talked about kind of the goal being a little bit of size, right? 417 pounds you came in at. That's generally kind of where you lie. Is that for you? I apologize for the noise in the background.
No, you're good.
Is that sort of where you hope to stay? Is around that 415, 420 mark?
Um, no, I just think I just happened to stay around that weight, but but I know that I plan on really taking it serious this time for my health because I don't want to die young. So I'm trying. I gotta take that seriously. That's more important than the title shot, to be honest. Because the last 3 weeks before this was torturous for me. And I wasn't even sure if I was gonna make the fight. So that was big. It was hard for me, but um, my battle was myself to be healthy. But I don't. I would prefer to be at like 360. 360. I can move around better. What is that like? 60 pounds less?
You're
Shoot.
60 pounds. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
I'll
big
tell you
life
as a guy
change.
who, I was at 330 probably in December of last year. Now I'm at 270. So I can tell you that, yeah, it's a good life on this side. And,
You know,
I agree with you, man. Health is super important. And I'd love to see you get to a more, a healthier weight and definitely. Although, I mean, listen, you being big is part of what's, part of the fun, if you will. But I think it's
yeah,
important also to make sure that you're, um, whatever weight you're at, that it's a healthy weight and that it's one that your body can sort of handle. So,
absolutely.
congratulations.
Thank
One
you.
last one before I send you off, man. If the super heavyweight champion, the Hawaiian Hitman, he was supposed to be on our watch party watching your fight Unfortunately, we couldn't get him. We missed each other. But if he's watching this interview, what message would you have for him?
I said, hey man, keep my belt warm. Uh, and maybe they'll put us up next, and we'll see what happens when it comes to that. But I'm coming for that, buddy.
Awesome, man. Thanks so much for the time, McKinney. I appreciate it. Congratulations. Enjoy your win. Safe travels back home. And
Thank
we'll
you.
chat with you very, very soon, brother.
All right, brother.